Welcome back to Brothers Comics. I'm Nick, and today we're going to talk about the new Tentpole titles for Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics announced today, but this video will probably come out tomorrow, so we're a day behind, but Marvel Comics has announced 8 brand new Tentpole titles for the next few months. Now, this is very interesting to me because this seems like they're taking the MCU approach to comic books, everything down to the timeline images they've been putting out. And I'm intrigued. I don't know if I'll say I'm excited. I'm intrigued. Okay. Now, this is going to kick off in December of 2021 with a Marvel event, Devil's Reign. Devil's Reign is described as all hell breaks loose in the Marvel Universe as Kingpin finally declares all-out war on the heroes in Devil's Reign, having set the stage in their Eisner-nominated Daredevil epic. Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cicchetto's far-reaching crossover event finds Mayor Fisk outlawing all superheroes in New York and unleashing intel on all of their dark secrets while pitting Daredevil, Elektra, Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Fantastic Four, and many more against his Thunderbolt agents. But in the end, who will reign? So that's very intriguing. Chip Zdarsky does a wonderful job with this. It's going to be hitting December 2021, so here in just a few months. I'm excited for this one, I think. It has an interesting aspect to me that I don't know, something about a Daredevil crossover event. It just sounds really cool, and I'm going to probably go back, read up the Chip Zdarsky run. I've heard it's been great so far, and I know it's ending, so I'm probably going to go ahead and start reading that all the way through, and then I'll be caught up to check out Devil's Reign. Now let's jump on to the next one, because this is the Avengers Forever. And again, this is also going to be coming out in, I believe, December 2021. Avengers Forever is described as Marvel Comics Avengers Forever pulls together archaeologist Tony Stark, aka the Invincible Ant-Man, and the Avengers from across the multiverse to bring order to timeline where hope is a 4-letter word. Jason Aaron and Aaron Kuder present in an all-new series that will redefine the Avengers as the multiverse's mightiest heroes. So again, they're really, really aligning themselves with the MCU here. They're really trying to continue to hit on the multiverse thing going on. I think it's probably a smart move to align the MCU with the comics and really try to maybe grow the comic book industry a little bit. Maybe when they put out these shows or put out the movies, they can try to push these comic books a little bit more, but we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do. Jason Aaron obviously is a fabulous writer. I'm not really digging what his Avengers run's doing currently. I was really into it up until the that last Phoenix Force in Mortal Kombat style fighting that just turned out to be silly in the end, but there's hope. But Tony Stark, aka the Invincible Ant-Man. All right, we're going what if realms now. So it'll be neat. December 2021. So also in December of 2021, we also have what's being called Timeless. This is basically being described as the future of the Marvel Universe, what to expect in 2022. It's written by Jed McAvey, Kev Walker, Joe Bennett, Mark Bagley. That's the team around that. So very, very solid team. But basically what this is when a threatening new timeline emerges, Kang the Conqueror must fight his way through the coming year to protect the main 616 timeline he's worked centuries to solidify as his own. So this is, again, very intriguing. We're tying into the multiverse, Kang the Conqueror. We know that's going to be the big bag for the MCU. All in all, I think this one really just excites me. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you why. But it's something about this concept of Kang the Conqueror, and I don't know. I like it. All right, and then we have the next two, X Lives of Wolverine and X Deaths of Wolverines. This is basically the follow-up to what Benjamin Percy's kind of been doing, and the Wolverine title, and a follow-up to the X and House of X and Powers of X and that whole timeline. But Marvel Comics X Lives of Wolverine and X Deaths of Wolverine will test the best there is of what he does before any mutant can survive to the second Krakoan age. I'll be honest with you. And this is about Wolverine, his past meets his future is what they're calling it. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm intrigued, but this doesn't excite me. I did not like anything Benjamin Percy was doing on his current Wolverine run. It just did not do it for me. So, I mean, I'll check it out, but the concept intrigues me, but I'm just not a fan of Benjamin Percy's, what he's done on the current Wolverine run. And to be honest with you, after Hawks and Pox, that entire X-Men line has kind of dipped down for me from, X-Force was fine for a minute, but it just Hox and Pox was so good, and then the 40,000 tie-ins and things like that just didn't do it for me. And I know I'm not the only one. I know I've talked to a lot of huge X-Men fans, and they're like, it just wasn't our thing. So maybe this one will live up to the hype that they're trying to put on it, but I couldn't get behind the Wolverine, so this is just something that, probably the least one I'm looking forward to. And next we have She-Hulk. Now, this one doesn't give you much information, but basically it's about her trying to put her rage-filled days behind her, Jennifer Walters, and move on. But then a friend from her past comes knocking, and she just can't resist. She gets back to bashing. Now, this is coming from Rainbow Well, and I don't even know how to pronounce the name fully. Roge Antonio, something like that. This doesn't excite me either. I think the concept will be neat, but the only thing I've ever seen Rainbow Well do is like one issue of Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel, and then she did the whole Runaway series, which again is just, I'm not the target audience for, and I think it's being canceled. But anyways, we'll see what happens. It could be great. The writer doesn't exactly excite me, but we'll see. But if you are a She-Hulk fan, there you go. Next, you have Fantastic Four Reckoning War, done by Dan Slott, Carlos Pacheco, Rachel Slott, and it's coming in January 22 as well. This is going to be interesting. It's described as the original Secret War of the Marvel Universe has been reignited, and every living being in reality is in danger, for we are finally at our day of reckoning. Concept sounds really cool. Dan Slott, he's hit or miss in a lot of people's minds on what he's done good at, what he hasn't. If you've seen some of the behind-the-scenes things, like on Disney Plus, you can see that he hasn't. Yeah, he's an interesting character, and then of course his Twitter is just totally something else. But we'll see. The concept is cool. Whether or not this ends up being a great series, we'll see. But if you're a huge Fantastic Four fan, maybe this will be a good one. Maybe it won't. Maybe. And then finally, you have Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. This is kicking off in February of 2022. We know nothing else about it. It's top secret. But I'm intrigued. And this is supposedly coming out the very same time as the show. But I think this one will be really cool for the kids. I'm sure there are going to be hopefully a really solid team on this. And I hope this is one that really kind of draws into the younger crowd, because I think this character is so cool. I'm excited for the show to pop up, and maybe it'll be something that my little girl can watch, and maybe I don't know, I'm just excited for it. Not that I'm the target audience for this, but I'm excited for those kids who are a fan of this, and I'm excited for those folks and the younger kids to be able to dive into something as cool as Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. I think it's a very, very neat character between the two of them. So, but there you have it. All of the titles for the new Marvel Universe. But there you have it. There's all 8 titles for the first look at the beginning of next year, starting in, December 2021. Devil's Reign, Avengers Forever, Timeless, X Lives of Wolverine, X Deaths of Wolverine, She-Hulk, Reckoning War, and Moon Girl. So very intriguing. They have it all set up on this timeline, this MCU type timeline, with Timeless being the big separator between Devil's Reign and Avengers Forever with the rest of them. So I'm intrigued to see if everything's going to tie in, or if this is just simply a generic calendar-based timeline. We'll see. But if I had to pick, I would say Timeless, Devil's Reign, Avengers Forever, Fantastic Four, then Wolverine, Moon Girl, Wolverine, then She-Hulk. Those are the ones. That's kind of the order I would be my excitement levels for them. So, but let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video out. You guys are the best part of Tuberless Comics, and as always, collect your way.